Okay, I'm gonna give everybody else some peep. It's a lot of folks going live right now, or that's already been live. This my second go around. I ended the first live. I'm gonna have to delete that one because I had some things going on, and I'm gonna give folks a little bit of time to get up in here. Definitely got to give folks some time because I didn't change the channel name, so we gonna see how this go. They probably like, who is this? Keep it cute game. Who is that? So I'm about to see how long it's gonna take for folks to actually realize who I am and that it is not a troll page. Ah, we gonna see. We are going to see. We gonna see who gonna realize that I changed my name. Hey, sissy. Hello. I didn't want trying to go this late. I was really just trying to wait a little bit to give folks some time because I had started my live, but then I had to turn around and restart it. I tried to get in contact with Roro because Cancer wanted all of us to all be up in here when she tell us the news. She has some good news, so hopefully everybody can be able to get up in here and be able to find out what's the news. Miss Sexy, I didn't think that I was trying to see. I'm like, it's okay, Cancer. I was like, I wonder if they gonna realize that I didn't change the name. Is they gonna realize it? I know they better be like, hold on, who is this? What is that? No, it's okay because I wanted to see what was going on with Break Room at the same time, Cancer. So what I ended up doing was just basically going back over there and finish modding, over there because she have a decent amount of people that's over there, and I wanted to make sure everything was cool, you know, before I get started over here. And Cancer, I did try to get in contact with Roro. She didn't respond, so she probably just having a real busy day today. I'm not too sure. But I did text her and then I did try to call her. I didn't get a response. But how did y'all day go, Cancer? I know you say you went shopping, you and your husband and Sexy. What did you do? How did y'all day go? Y'all preparing for tomorrow? What y'all got planned before we actually get started? Y'all know I want to kind of try to, just let some folks get up in here first and then we go ahead. It's a lot going on up in these YouTube streets. I'm setting myself on the sidewalk because I don't want to get ran over. I don't want to get ran over, child. I'm getting up out of the YouTube streets and get on the sidewalk. I'm getting on the sidewalk. That's for a fact. Oh, I know it's gonna be some folks over there, and I just want to do my little content. I'm pretty sure she probably gonna end up being live for quite some time, so I just want to go on and get my little content up in here, and we can discuss what we want to discuss or what needs to be discussed. Miss Sexy, I'm not sure if you was up in here earlier when I played the video. I'm not too sure, or if you was on your way to work or getting off, either or. Say I went to get something to wear for church. Okay, girl, what you end up getting? Hey, Ange, baby, you done with your nails? I know they look fine. You gonna have to send me a picture of your nails when you get done with them. Cancer said I was a little confused with the name, but then I remember you mentioned you might change your channel name. Yes, yes. I was like, oh, hey, Miss Lynn. Okay, Cancer, we got everybody up in here, I believe, besides Roll, that you at least wanted to be in here, but we're going to wait a little bit. It's either you want to wait till after we get done reacting on the video, or we can actually talk about it now and just give people some time, to actually get up in here a little bit more, or maybe a couple of more people. That's cool. And say nope, I'm still dipping almost. I'll send you a picture. Awesome. Awesome. Cause you be hooking your hair up, girl. I'm like, look at my boo. She always doing her thing. That's for a fact. Child, this stuff just do not stop at all. Like, I just don't understand it. Like, why people just keep going on their platforms and keep rehashing stuff like other folks don't have feelings or feel some type of way about stuff that they did to them. I don't get it. I really don't, but hey, over here, y'all know we got to keep it cute. Love you too, Ange. Love you too. So how we gonna do this as far as us? I gotta turn this heat down, child. I'm about to lose my man. How we gonna do this as far as reacting? Is do one of y'all or two of y'all want to come on a panel? How y'all want to do this, or everybody just want to stay in the chat? So if y'all want to react, y'all gotta at least come up here. Somebody got to come up here and come react with me. That would be cool. That's why I was just saying right before you came in here that I had called her and I had texted her, but I didn't get no response. So I'm pretty sure she probably just been busy all day. Yeah, because she hasn't been in, anybody chats or anything. So not that I was stalking her or anything, because I ain't really been in nobody chat. I basically just be up in break room chat, and then I was up in Queen chat earlier with you, Ange. Now I hope she okay too. She didn't mention anything. Okay. We gon' let's see how we gonna do this. I'm gonna drop the link, and then I'm gonna start the video in a little bit. Yeah, but she probably trying to get situated. It's the you got Easter going on. I really don't want to think of nothing like, you know, nothing bad or sad going on, nothing like that. So she's on. So I be stalking, looking for. Okay, I already know. You be stalking and looking for her. Girl, they is over there cutting up over there, baby. I can do the video first. Yeah, we can do the video first. Let's see. We at I've been on here 10 minutes. So I'm gonna start at like 11 minutes and 30 seconds is when I'm gonna start the video. Let me go ahead and share the screen. Okay, Ange, that's cool. I'm gonna go ahead and share the screen. I need to disconnect my doggone stuff because it's just doing too much. Okay, go ahead. Cause I know everybody had to leave earlier. And then I had to get myself situated so I can leave and take care of what I needed to take care of. So we gonna get started right now.
Don't spend another dime on Amazon until you watch this first.
When do y'all feel the appropriate time to call CPS on somebody? Because I know how people feel about CPS and they be like, no, 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 don't call CPS. The system up and this, that, and the other. And you wrong for getting them kids to. Let me just tell y'all story time. So yesterday, my daughter friend knock on the door, literally 10 minutes after they just got off the bus, everything, we come to the house. They finna just tell her like everything that was said. I don't know. I'm like, I just don't feel right. I did take her upstairs last night because the police told me to. But like if y'all watch my story times, I said this little girl knocks on my door all the time. So she was at my door at the crack of dawn this morning and I opened it. I told her anytime you hungry or anytime you home.
All right, what's up with the YouTube fam? I'm back again with another video. So look, before I jump into this video, I want to start it off by telling everybody out there that I hope that y'all do have a good day today, or I hope that y'all did have a good day today, just depending on when I post this video. But anyway it go, I'm just sending y'all nothing but the best positive energy that I can send y'all, and I hope that everything is going the way that you want it to in your life. And if it's not, don't give up. You know, everything will be all right if you just keep on doing what you're doing and stay consistent and keep some faith. I'm gonna say that continuously because I got so many people going through so many different things, telling me about it and stuff like that. And I just feel like that everybody is on the brink of giving up, and I feel like you shouldn't because it's always something on the other side of all the BS. You feel me? But other than that, squash all that. I just had to give a message to my supporters. But yeah, let's get straight into the situation at hand. So look, I had a supporter of mine hit me up basically just telling me that it was a situation that went real viral where a girl was talking about a situation where CPS had to be called and things like that. I don't know the exact details on it, but y'all already know this is a reaction channel. So most of the time, most of the videos people see me, we don't know what's going on until we get into the video. So let's do that. Let's get straight into it. I'm gonna tell y'all what I feel about it during the video and after the video. If you don't want to hear me talking at any point in time during this video that's on my channel, just get up off of my channel and find some words if you can. If you can't, that's on you. I really don't give a damn about you no way, so it is what it is. But when I say that, I'm not talking to my supporters. I'm only talking to those who don't want to hear me talking. To my supporters, all I want y'all to do is hit the like button for me. Tell me what y'all feel about everything in the comment section and add up my social medias as well if y'all want to add those. If y'all don't want to add none of those, I ain't doing no tripping. But let's get into the video. And the young lady's name, I'm gonna put that somewhere in the video or in the comments, something like that. Y'all will be able to find her if y'all looking for her and things like that. But let's go ahead and get straight into the situation and see what's up with this story.
When do y'all feel the appropriate time to call CPS on somebody? Because I know how people feel about CPS, and they be like, no, don't call CPS. The system is up and this, that, and the other, and you wrong for getting them kids to. Let me just tell y'all story time. So yesterday, my daughter friend knocked on the door, literally 10 minutes after they just got off the bus, everything, we come to the house, whatever. I'm like, we finna go run a few errands, so no, they can't come out to the park or none of that. I'm thinking her mom is taking them to the park, y'all. I'm thinking her mom is taking them to the park. I'm not knowing none of this shit is going on, but okay, cool. So I tell her after we run our errands, then they'll go to the park or whatever. Yada yada yada.
Yeah.
So we go run our errands and stuff like that. I go to CJ Maxx, Target, da da da. So we get back, we head to the house. Mark was like, "Can we go to the park? Can we go to the park?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, y'all can go to the park." So I'm driving them to the park. You know what I'm saying? They get out, they run over to the park. It's a little bit warm, y'all. So we get to the park, y'all.
Yeah.
So I look up, her friend is there. So they get to play with each other. Now, I am in the parking lot in my car, listening to music, and I can see my kids. Ain't nobody at the park but them three.
Yeah.
And I'm looking around, I'm like, where's her mom? Her mom was not there, y'all. So I hooked my horn for my kids to come back to the car because I'm like, I don't want to be here too long. It's time to go. So they start running to the car. Her friend is just sitting there on the swing, just swinging by herself. So I'm like,
Oh,
now she
no.
ain't got nobody to play with. So I'm like, Myra, where's her mom? She said her mom put her out. I said,
No.
what? She was like, yeah, her mom put her out. Every time she put her out, she comes to the park. She walks to this park by herself. Y'all, the park's so fucking far from our house. The girl's only 8 years old. She is my son age. Her and Josiah is in the same class, but she like friends with Myra because Myra 6 and she's 8. I'm like, what? So boom, I tell Myra, tell her to come on. She not gonna, be outside. Y'all, she gets in the car. She is freezing cold, literally shivering. We was gone for about 2.5 hours. So that means she been outside for these whole 2 hours.
Miss Sexy, I know we watched it, but this time we did. Everybody wanted to react on it a little later, and I'm just replaying it so that way anybody that actually missed it, because when I did play it, people was pretty busy, and they were trying to move around and get things situated for tomorrow. So I'm just replaying it to refresh everybody's memory, and then Cancer 66 is gonna come up, and hopefully you will be able to come up. See, Angie say she didn't see it, so hopefully you'll be able to come up as well, and we can go ahead and express how we feel about this situation.
By herself
Hell
at this
no.
park, and she's only 8 years old. She get in my car. She's all warm, nice and warm. I take them to Holiday, get them some snacks. Y'all know the kids get something to drink, get them some snacks. We head back to the house. I'm like, I'm finna get ready and cook. She did not want to go home. I did not know her mom was at home. Myra said her mom literally put her out. And so I was like, I'm finna go up there and talk to your mom. Whole time, y'all, the mama not there. The mama left and went out to eat with her boyfriend. So yeah, at this point, I'm frustrated as hell because it's just hard hearing stuff like that, and it's stuff like this baby 8 years old. So, anyways, I bring her to the house. I cook some spaghetti, whatever. She eats. She smash. These kids having fun. They watching TV, playing with each other, making a whole bunch of damn noise, but whatever. So I'm telling my boyfriend everything that's going on, and I'm like, cause listen, he told me, but I just didn't think too much of it. He like, babe, something going on. Because listen, one day she knocked on my door at 12 in the morning. And I'm like, my kids are asleep.
What the fuck?
You got to stop doing that because she knocks on my door a lot. And I'm like, you got to stop doing that. The kids asleep. So she was like, okay. So anyways, I closed the door, locked the door, whatever. I'm taking my kids to school in the morning or taking them to the bus stop. Y'all, why she sleep outside of my door?
Nah, hell nah. See,
he
look.
woke her up. He like, hey, what's going on?
And look, this story would seem kind of far-fetched if I didn't do a video over a situation pertaining to this type of subject. So basically, long story short, if y'all knew her or if y'all missed the video, basically, long story short, it was a little girl. She was 5 years old, and she got actually put out by her mother. And when she got put out, she ultimately ended up getting her life taken by someone, by a dude. And he took advantage of her body and stuff like that before he took her life, and it's just a sad and unfortunate situation when parents aren't being parents. I can't even call you a parent when people that should be being parents are not being parents. It's crazy, man. And then a lot of people be trying to get rid of a child without doing it directly. Like the other woman who left for vacation for 10 days, she indirectly took her child's life. You feel me? Because they don't want the child. But it's so crazy to me because you can drop the child off in so many different places and they'll take care of the baby. You know what I'm saying? Man, look, if you don't want your child, if you run across a video like this and you contemplate, just go ahead and take it to one of these places. I know it's crazy out here. Is letting your kids go into the system and stuff like that, but they got a better chance at something positive happening for them versus them being out here in the streets.
So Ms. Lynn, this is about a young lady. The young lady that's speaking, she has a 6-year-old daughter, and it's an 8-year-old child that lives in their apartment complex. And the daughter, the young lady's 6-year-old daughter is, friends with the 8-year-old baby. And they, basically they play a lot together. They kids, they friends. But this one particular day, they was getting ready to go to the park. And the young lady, the 8-year-old, she came and she wanted, the 6-year-old to come to the park with her. So the 6-year-old told her mom, that every time she goes to the park, that means that her mother kicked her out. So the 8-year-old daughter mother kicks her up out of the house. And that's basically when she comes and goes to the park. She goes and sit at this particular park. So she's telling her story now. That's pretty much where she's at now.
You know what I'm saying? But let's get back to the video. I just had to say that right there because I know somebody probably feel like this is some BS and stuff like that, but this does happen and it has happened recently. So yeah, and it's another situation that just took place too. I'm gonna tell y'all about that probably after this video or another video after that. But anyway, y'all gonna be surprised about what the hell this woman tried to do. But it's kind of like this right here. But let's get into the video.
Said when he took her upstairs, because I had to take kids to school, and he walked upstairs and he said, wasn't nobody even in the house. And I'm like, did she leave for work? Did she, like, he was like, nah, that was just weird. So when I asked the mama about it, she was like, oh yeah, we was there. We was just in the room. She comes back, y'all, like the next day, knocking on my door. She got her braids pulled out. And I'm like, what happened? She was like, my cousin did it. I'm like, oh, okay. I wasn't thinking too much of it, y'all. Like, I don't know. Like, I was not thinking too much of it. But now when I knew when Myra told me yesterday, and Myra was like, "Well, Mom, that's why my stuff been coming up missing because y'all, I've been looking for certain outfits." Myra like, "Girl, where you sweat at to this?" She been giving the girl her clothes. She been sneaking food. A whole bag of chicken nuggets came up missing. But when Myra told me what happened yesterday, I kind of put pieces together, like, you know, pizza, waffles, all type of stuff just been coming up missing. Myra been taking my food out my house.
That would have broke me down.
Now y'all know how the system is. What if I do report what I see what's going on and they don't take the girl? What if they don't do nothing? What if they just come out and tell her everything that was said and do nothing?
My bad, I was muted, y'all. But my thing is too, y'all, is that it's sad that people have to feel skeptical to call CPS, you know, with situations like this, just off the strength that CPS have failed so many different children, so many different families, you know, and you really just want, it's like you stuck in a hard place. You know, it's like, man, you really want to make the right decision for the child. You know what I mean? And you really don't want to step too far into a family's business, you know, or something like that. But then again, it's almost like it's your business at this point when you right there and you see what's being done is wrong. What's wrong is wrong. What's right is right. You know, especially when it has to do with an innocent child that's sleeping on your doorstep. And then you find out that your child, which is also a very young, you know, a very young child, is actually taking upon themselves to take food out of the refrigerator and giving it to this baby. You know what I mean? Like, and it's so crazy is that her baby, this young lady's baby, who's 6 years old, you know, she felt that if she was gonna get in trouble or that her mom was gonna be upset with her if she found out that she was taking food up out of the refrigerator and, you know, taking clothes up her wardrobe, you know, to give it to this baby girl, this other little girl, her little friend, the 8-year-old, the homeless 8-year-old. You know, it's just a whole sad situation. All of, like, it's just really sad. Like, I really want to wait and try to get some type of update on this, but I still want to be able to react on this. And I really believe that this is something very important to talk about. And I also have a story behind this as well. You know, something similar to this that I've experienced with one of my kids. You know, let's get back to it, y'all.
And now the mama just gonna probably beat her ass for her telling her business. She gonna probably tell her she can't even come back down here no more because she gonna know exactly who called. She gonna be like, yeah, you can't go down there no more. So now the little girl just in the house by herself.
But a situation like that, man, it's better to do that than nothing because she can get her life taken so easily. There's so many of these money people out here that's so lascivious to the point where they're ready to find a child. They hoping and praying and wishing that they can just catch a child somewhere. You know, so you want to make sure that you at least doing something. Now I don't know what took place after this right here. I think this was just the initial situation, but I do feel like that it's best just to call. Like it's just best. These kids be needing help, man. People just giving up. Life hard on them. They giving up. They not strong willed and things like that. So they just give up, and they don't give a damn what happens to their children and stuff like that too. So, you know, I wouldn't necessarily say the damn CPS got to be called. Call the police on their ass. Let them know what's going on. They probably keep the information more because now when you call CPS and tell something, you got to actually give your identification. You got to let them know who you are. They got to verify this information because there's so many false claims being made consistently. But when it's a situation like this, call the police, call somebody so that child can get some help because once you make certain reports to the police about this happening, they are going to let CPS know. It's other steps that you can take versus doing it directly. But I know it's a lot of people out there that's ready to just do it immediately. But if you want to avoid all of that stuff like that, just go ahead and call the police, make some reports, and they'll let the parents know. And I'm pretty sure they'll tighten up. Or if they don't tighten up after that, their ass going to jail. So anyway it go, you know, it'll be a win for the child. But let's get back into the video.
Kids are, I'm sure she's scared of her mom because she was still protecting her. She didn't want to tell me nothing. Myra was telling me stuff. She did not want to tell me nothing. But I know right now they finna get out of school. I am about to take her to Walmart, get her some clothes that she can actually fit. Because she wear high waters, dirty clothes. She be digging out the dirty clothes basket to get clothes, and I'm like, y'all don't got no washer and dryer in y'all unit because I do. And she said no, they don't have a washer and dryer. And I'm like, dang, but they got a 2-bedroom, I got a 3, so maybe I don't know. But I'm like, you can always bring your clothes down here, y'all. I don't know what to do, but I'm just gonna go take her shopping to get some clothes, get her some food. To give y'all.
This is the name of the content creator who someone sent him this particular story. You all can follow him at Carlos King. He's on YouTube.
Update. I did call the police. And they was like, call child protection. I told them the whole story, and they was like, call child protection. They was like, do you see any bruises, burns, or any marks on her? Then it's gonna be hard for us to just come out and just, remove a child from the home. It's gonna have to be investigated. We can't just go off what you're saying type shit. And my friend said she feel like because they feel like she's in a safe space. If I would have called while she was at the park, maybe they would have came out and got her. But it's like, y'all, I don't know. Yesterday, I was just thinking like, oh my God, let me just call the police. I'll try.
Okay, so I do want to react. I do have something to say about that because I have been thinking about this. Yes, Mr. Lynn, yes, follow him. He's a really good content creator and reaction channel, and he really brings a lot of good content. But as far as when they say when you go to the police, they suggest that you call CPS. With that situation being told like that, I'm not too sure about it. Like literally, now I just wonder what would have been done if she would have just, if she had took the baby home. Let's try to paint a different scenario. If she took the baby home, I mean not home, yeah, to her home. I'm sorry. If she took the baby, the 8-year-old, to her home, fed the baby, and then took her to, the police station and then let them know. I wonder what the police still would have done and reacted the same way and would have still suggested her to take that child back to where, where her home is, or what they would have told her. That's my question right there. Because I've watched a couple of videos on YouTube and on TikTok to where babies was found and just left stranded and abandoned. So with babies being left stranded and abandoned, and then you call the police, they come, they would, or you take the police to the police station. They will obviously, depending on the age of the baby, if the baby can't talk or whatever, they probably would try to go and search and try to figure out where the baby belongs within the perimeters, but it's just so confusing about how the police protocol is when it has to do when you find a child just abandoned like that. Like seriously, like what, like that really puts a person that has a heart when it has to do with children, about what to actually do, for the safety of that child. So I'm really curious about that. And I know it's different laws, with everything, but at the end of the day, it's a lot of laws out here that's, that it just is not fair, especially when it has to do with children. Okay, let's get back to it, y'all.
Trying to figure out what's going on. As a mother, I'm like, get in the car, let me take you get something to eat. Like I wasn't thinking rationally. Like I wasn't thinking about, oh my God. But I called child protection. Also, the police did tell me to take her back home. He said, take her back home. He was like, I understand you're trying to do a good thing and all of that, but please take her back home.
Damn, she did exactly that.
So whatever, I ended up taking her back home, and I also called child protection. And they just took all the information down, and they was like, we'll keep in touch with you, you know. Um, but y'all, at this point, what's gonna happen? Like, what's gonna happen? Is they gonna call her? Is they gonna come out? Like, what is they gonna do? Because they already said they can't just come out and take her. So what is they gonna do? Stuff like this makes me really, really emotional because that's why kids just don't speak because nobody do nothing, take nothing serious. For the police to say, unless I see bruises, marks, burns, they can't just come and take her. Like, damn, y'all have to wait until then to come and to do something. So, I don't know. Right now, all I could do is just help her. Tomorrow, we gonna go out. Like I said, get her some clothes, hygiene stuff, products, whatever, soap, tissue, anything that she needs. I'm gonna get it. And for the people that's saying like her family gonna send her the video, this and the other, know I'm talking about her. I mean, if she sees the video, she's gonna know I'm talking about her. But um, her family, I don't know her family. Her family don't know me. They don't know we live in the same building. We're not friends. We don't hang out. I just moved here. Like, I don't even know all my neighbors in this. The only reason I know her is because she, you know, my kid's friend. Like, she goes to school with my son, and she plays my daughter or whatever. So, and I'm not the type of parent to post my kid's school and all of that. So I'm just confused on that. People don't expect certain videos to go viral. I posted that for my TikTok is my family to give me advice because, like I said, I was stuck between a rock and a hard place. Like, what do I do? Am I gonna put this baby in a worse situation, or do I just call him and I get like, you know? So I really wanted advice, and it shit, but it blew up, and I'm guessing because it involves a child and, you know, neglect. So I didn't expect it to though. I was just asking for advice, but now I feel way worse than what I felt before, and I just hate that it was me who had to see that. And you know, why couldn't it be somebody else? Like, we got so many, this is a big building. We got so many neighbors. I wish it was somebody else who had saw it. So now it's gonna be on my mind. It's gonna be hard for me to sleep. I haven't ate nothing all day, y'all. I'm so hungry, but I don't even have an appetite. Like, I can't eat. I was gonna drink and sip, you know, but I don't feel right now. I don't feel, I don't know what it is. Maybe because she's up there, or maybe because I called, and you know, I'm a little worried that they finna just tell her like everything that was said. I don't know. I'm like, I just don't feel right. I did take her upstairs last night because the police told me to. But like, if y'all watch my story,
Who's ready to hatch some cool pets?
Okay, yeah, I'm waiting for Cancer and whoever else is gonna come up and let me know what y'all think about this, because this is really like mind boggling to me. You know, it really is. So I'm gonna wait for y'all to come up because this is like nobody is on the live, Miss Lynn. Nobody is on the live at all. Nobody is on the live. You know, this I'm not sure if the situation is still occurring. Um but I don't want to I don't want to give it in. I know we halfway through the video. I just want to know what's your opinion from this point, at this, while we right here, because it's going to continue to keep going on, as far as different updates that she has been given towards her supporters. Yes. Yes, she's still alive. So I'm just going to give everybody a little chance to get.
Do you hear me now?
Yes, I hear you, darling.
Okay. I didn't put on my camera because
It's
I'm
okay.
a mess right now.
Oh, it's okay, honey.
You know, I'm really nervous about doing this, but
Yes, I do. This probably
but
like
I
what?
wanted to because, out of anybody's panel I'll ever go on, I'm not saying I might not ever go on somebody else's panel in the future, but in my mind, if the first time I am going to go on a panel would be yours, because you're the only one that I've actually ever been on.
Yes, I think this
So
was maybe your second or third
this is my
time.
second time,
Yeah,
second
your
and only
second
time,
time.
and
Yep.
both times it was you. Like when they
Mm-hmm.
would ask me to go on other panels, in my mind, I'm like, I really didn't want to, but I also, in my mind, I felt like a loyalty to you because I'm like, if I'm gonna go on anybody's panel again, it'll be Miss Val. So
Aw.
yeah. But anyways, so that story, I feel, are we talking about the little girl right now, kind of?
Yes, yes.
So I really feel at first with the lady who's sharing the story, I felt like, well, why didn't you do something right away? But then, just like you said, you had to think about it. I did too, and I understand she probably was scared and nervous on, the right thing to do, because obviously her heart was in the right place.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know you shared more of it. Like I know a little bit more because before you ended the last live, there was a little bit more that she told us. But I'll
Mm-hmm.
allow you to share that first or show it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just feel bad because I feel like a lot of children, like in my city where I live, it's predominant Hispanic because I'm Hispanic also, and so when a lot of children go missing or are um, unalived or harmed by their parents, um, they'll say, "Oh, the parents will say, oh, we sent them to Mexico." So then, of course, the system's not going to look into it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's been a couple of times where I've heard on the news that a child's body was dug up in the backyard of the parent who unalived them. There was
Mm-hmm.
also a couple of years ago that, okay, this lady had passed away. She died of cancer. Well, before she passed away, her child was missing, and she told everybody she sent the child back to Mexico. Well, when she passed away, she had a storage unit. Well, when they went to empty out her storage unit, they found the remains of her child. So before she had unalived her child because her kids that were survived, after she passed away, they told the story of her mom unaliving the child. You just hear so many things like that. It's so sad. Like I can never comprehend that.
So I did wanted to ask a question about, like, if you was in that position, what would you have done?
Well, I would like to think that the first thing I would do was contact the police. But again, like she was just put in that situation just like that. So, of course, like I've heard her story, I thought about it. She didn't have time to do all that, to like soak it in. She was the actual, like, how could you say it? Like you're on the outside looking in. So, a lot of times when you're in the outside looking in, your judgment will be better as opposed if you're actually in that situation like she is. So I
Yeah.
would like to think I would have contacted the authorities a lot sooner, but I don't want to I don't want to like judge her because again, she was put in a real hard situation,
Mm-hmm.
and especially knowing we all know how the system is. But
Right.
but then what that man said, the one the YouTuber who was sharing the story, when he said one thing that made a lot of sense. He said the child would have a better chance if she would have got a hold of the authorities immediately. Like there's always a chance the system would fail, but without calling anybody, her odds of something bad happening to her would have been um, higher. The odds would have been more higher that something could have happened to her without them being called as opposed to them being called. Do you understand?
Yeah, and then you really don't even understand. You really don't even know if what type of family or household where she's coming from.
Yeah.
You know,
And
which,
that's another thing, just by you
mm-hmm,
saying that. What if that family would retaliate against her? They're living
mm-hmm,
in the same apartment complex.
mm-hmm.
And I never thought about that until you kind of said that.
Yeah,
That's hard. That's tough. But I mean, hats off to her because we know she did step up finally.
yeah. You're literally walking into a situation on faith.
Yes, exactly. That's why I
Mhm.
don't want to judge her. Like when you first shared it, like I said, I did think, well, why didn't she do this? Why didn't she do that? And then I kind of thought about it for a while before you came back live. And yeah, that's hard. That's a hard
Mhm.
one there.
Yeah. So and then it was just like it's such a blessing that she chose to do the things that she did do. That was within her power to do.
Yeah.
By feeding the baby. Going to get her some things from the store that she needed. Um,
Combing her hair
yeah,
every
get
morning before she
her,
went to school.
yeah, stuff like that. Like, and it was so crazy is that not one time has she mentioned anything, within the video as far as that the mom reacted in any type of way. Like me personally, even if I was, I mean, that just clearly let me know that it was something really going on with the mom
Hmm.
because you see your child have on different clothes. You see your child has been washed up. She's eating. Her hair is done because this woman was still taking her home.
Right.
You know, and what type of I always was wondering like what type of feedback was she getting from that?
Yeah, like didn't the mother wonder, okay, she has on different clothes. Who did she change in front of? Who took off her clothes so she could change? Like, that's right, huh? I never thought
Mhm.
about that. Because I know I paid attention to all that stuff when my kids were young. Well, they weren't allowed to go in anybody's house unless I was there or unless it was like a family member or something.
Mhm.
Or somebody that I knew, got to know for like I have not a lot, but there was a couple of friends that we were friends for years, and her child and my child went to school together, so they would play, but at our house or her house. But we got to know each other through years. But my kids didn't just go into people's house, and that mother didn't. Obviously, she didn't care. We know that.
It's already heartbreaking and really very disturbing and baffling, that you can actually put out a 8-year-old
I know.
already,
That's
and
terrible.
it's no telling how long. Well, we don't know how long, but when it comes down to her 6-year-old daughter, how long this actually have been going on.
Before her daughter started speaking up, huh?
Yeah.
You
You
know,
know,
there what you're talking about, like a parent putting out their child. Um, I know it was at least, I want to say, I know in California over, it was maybe at least 30 years ago, but the law has changed since then. But um, lawfully, if you didn't want your child, all you had to do was take it across state line and drop it off at a police station or something, and you could just like wash your hands of the child. They changed that law because a lot of people were doing it and not being accountable. But I remember, I really remember that here in California, that was legal to do, and people did it.
yeah, I remember that. I didn't know that they actually changed it.
Yeah,
You also,
I believe they did change it because I remember hearing another story about another parent who tried to do it and they couldn't.
wow.
Yeah, that's insane though.
Yeah, because I know you was able to, take them either to a fire department, a
Hmm.
hospital,
Those
police
were newborn
station.
babies. Newborn, and they still have that law. Well, in California, they do. If you have a child, and I want to say within a week, think it's within a week, 5 days or 10 days. If you don't want it, you could drop it off at a fire station or a hospital, somewhere safe. It has to be somewhere safe. You can't like leave it in an alley or on the streets. If they find you, you'll be charged. But you can take it somewhere safe, and yeah, they'll take it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they still have that. They still have it here in California, though. I know
Okay.
they have that.
Okay. I'm about to start it back, and then
Okay.
I'm gonna run and get my charger. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
My door at the crack of dawn this morning, and I opened it. I told her, anytime you're hungry or anytime you're home alone, come down to my house and let me know. Even if you want to go to the park, let me know. Don't you ever go to that park by yourself. At this point, I got 3 kids. So also, y'all, I have a professional coming out to braid her hair. Shout out to her. I'm not going to post this baby no type of way. I'm not posting the back of her hair. I'm not posting her bounce spot. I'm not posting none of that because it's a higher chance that her mom can't see it. I asked her, do her mom be on TikTok? She said, no. But if I post her baby and they do got family and one of her family members see it, they're going to be like, oh, this too much. I'm not going to do that. But shout out to the person that is coming to do her hair, and shout out to the people that's donating toys because she don't have no toys. She said, Myra was like her family didn't celebrate Christmas, whatever. So we finna get her some toys. I don't know if I should keep everything at my house or let her take it to her house. I don't know because I know she want to play with her toys, but like I said, she be down here a lot. So maybe I'll just keep it at my house. But yeah, shout out to everybody that's in Minnesota that is helping. TikTok is saying that you are an amazing person, that you are a hero, basically, because you helped your friend. You was sneaking her food, my food. Had me think I was losing my mind. But next time, I don't want you to not tell me, okay?
I didn't want you to get mad.
I wasn't going to get mad. I would never get mad at nothing like that.
I was just trying to help her.
I know. And now I'm helping her.
Dang.
We in this together, right? Oh, girl power. Say girl power.
Girl power.
Period. Okay, hey y'all. So let me give y'all an
What's up?
update about my bonus child, I guess. So baby girl did open up to me a little bit more, but I'm not going to talk about that because it's personal, and all I'm going to say is it's deep. But I've been talking to a CPS worker, and they said they on my side. They trying to help me become a foster mom. So
Damn.
if
That ain't
anybody
bullshit.
have any additional tips on how to.
So that was the thing for me right there too, y'all. That was the thing for me too. That baby was coming to her house after the police told her, take her home. Take her home. CPS, take her home. So at this point, mind y'all, nobody has seen this child. They really don't know, what state a man's child is in. She has not been examined. At this point, these are the things that has not happened. They don't know how, how afraid she is or anything. Nobody has seen her. This woman never stated that she took her literally to the police station. She said that that's who she spoke to. And that's where she got the advice from. So my thing is, like, she's coming to your home every night. From that particular first day, she never actually said like the length of time frame. From the first day from the park on up until, she's actually coming to her home at midnight, wanting to come in. Basically, it's cold in Minnesota. It's literally, it's freezing out there. I went out there one time when I was a teenager in the wintertime. And it sounds to me like this was probably based, on the wintertime. I'm not too sure. I would have to go back and find out because I still want to go back on this woman's page on TikTok to find out if she has any update from this video. But during that time frame, the baby coming to her home at midnight, basically on a daily basis, looking for shelter, warmth, food. So yes, it is awful, Miss Lynn. It really is. So it's just like, what is a parent to do? Because if that baby mother was to find out if she ever cared or thought that she can get anything up out of the situation, it's obvious that she didn't want her child. She didn't care about her child, but even if it was a person, and I'm not saying that the mother could be on drugs, but even if she was on drugs, at some point they will wonder, like, and people that normally deal with drugs, they're gonna sit up here and try to do whatever it is that they need to do to get some type of money, but it obviously was not about that, because this mother, she just didn't care at all, period. That 8-year-old child mother did not care at all, period. So my thing is, it's a lot of gaps into it, and I understand why it's a lot of gaps into it, because she really didn't want to expose that baby like that, and she did not want to sit up here and say all the stuff, that baby probably had told her, any type of information, which I respect this woman for that. Like, real talk, I really respect her for that. And then, not just that, you really are being put in a place to where you can go to jail for kidnap. Like, that really kind of messed my head up a little bit when this content creator who posted this, he was like, you can't actually just keep the baby in your home or whatever. You have to do what the law, asks you to do. You got to send her on about her way. You just can't keep the baby, no matter how you feel about it. You still have to send the baby home or take her home. And that's really kind of messed up. Like, seriously, what is a parent supposed to do? What is a person supposed to do in those type of situations? I don't
That
get
is hard. That's a hard situation.
Yes, it is. Okay, we gonna go back into it, and I pray that God can be able to, help us through this live, because it's been really, ever since I seen this video, it's been really bothering me. Because
Yeah.
we just never know exactly when any type of situation like this would come our way. And it's definitely for educational purposes,
Right.
because we need to know what to do in situations like this. So
I pray to God I never have to face that.
Me either, but at the same, it's like a curse and a blessing at the same time.
Yeah, true. Because you
Yeah.
might be that child's
Yeah.
only hope.
I'm gonna go ahead and press play.
To go about doing that, please let me know. I mean, she told me the steps and everything, but I kind of want to lock it in and secure it. So I want foster parents to kind of flood my DMs with advice. I've been reading y'all advice, everything, and I swear to
help us celebrate our 65 years with $6,500 off your new Danley's Garage.
If you've been in a car accident.
Wow. Oh, I can't stand that sometimes. Okay.
have sent me something. I don't care if it was $1. Y'all, I literally bawled out crying because somebody sent me, it was like $10, but they was like, the note said like for a coffee or whatever because you're a hero or something like that. Y'all, I broke down crying. But y'all know I have a 3-bedroom. So far as like inspection, I think I'll pass inspection. I might have to upgrade Myra bed because she have a regular full queen size bed or whatever. So I might have to get a bunk bed in her room. But far as like everything else, y'all, I swear to God, y'all helped me so much. Like, but somebody told me that if her mom found out that I called CPS on her. That she could tell them like she don't want her to come with me. I don't know how true that is, but if it is true, I'm a little bit scared. That kind of scared me a little bit.
And that's another thing I wanted to ask you all in the chat and you too as well, Cancer. Like, do that even make sense to you? If this woman, this mom, you know, she puts her child out, you know, and how in the world could she be able to have any say so in anything?
She can because I'll just say a family member from my husband's side lost custody of their children, and they had the right to say who they didn't want the child to go to, even though they lost custody and there was no way they were getting it. They had the right to say that, and yeah, it's true. And this is just like within less than 5 years, so that is true.
Oh my
In California.
Wow. So she's in Minnesota, so it's
Yeah.
yeah.
And I imagine the laws are probably not all exactly the same, but probably very similar because it's still in the United States.
Right. That's horrible.
Yeah, that is true though.
That's literally like giving a parent, you know, the say so to go ahead and just do whatever they want to do. If you want to get your child out at any age, as long as it's walking age or whatever, it's okay. That is not okay.
Yeah, I know, it's terrible. They need to change that.
And do you have a say so about where the child should be placed after you didn't kick the child out on the streets? Lord. Okay. Child. Here we go.
But once again, her mom is not talking to me. She haven't said anything to me. Her daughter comes down here every day. I feed her breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Every morning I fix her hair before school. And she goes back upstairs around bedtime. But I tell her, like, you know, let me know if your mom not there around bedtime. Y'all, she don't come and check on her. She don't give a. I'm not talking to her. I'm not. Y'all, my support is crazy. Like, my friends accepted her. My dad called me and was like, I wasn't even thinking of nothing. He was like, why you didn't tell me I got, my dad's so animated. Why you didn't tell me I got another grandchild? I'm like, what are you talking about? He like, I got another grandchild. I'm like, I don't know. I think he's talking about his other kids. Somebody got a baby on the way. I don't know. He was like, I saw your TikTok. I'm like, oh my God. Oh, okay, yeah. So that just lets me know that my dad is here for me, and that's my only family that's in Minnesota. So it's like, oh, y'all want to support me on this journey. I'm not asking for no money. I'm not asking for no. All I'm asking for is a prayer. I want to be able to take this baby into my home. Yeah, it might be a lot. It might be a little bit more, but I'm willing to do it just because she got a bond with my child. She's starting to bond with me. She's already in school here. It's the middle of the school year. Like, we can't have this baby going nowhere else, and it would kill me to not know that she's okay or what's going on if she do go somewhere else. Like, you know, so let's just pray for me, y'all. Let me give y'all an update on baby girl. But first, I just want to say this. I know that the story went overly viral, and a lot of people are like, you know, it's all of our business now. But it's certain stuff that I just cannot talk about, and I won't talk about because of what I am trying to do, which is a little bit difficult because, like I said, me and her mom live.
Find out what it means to me. Yo, sock it to me, sock it to me, sock it to me, sock it to me, sock it. Introducing Make.
In the same apartment. But at the end of the day, whether she comes with me or whether she go with, you know, somebody else, I still want her to be safe. Now, y'all be commenting on my videos that do not pertain to that situation whatsoever. And y'all be like, What's going on with the little girl? What's going on with the little girl? First of all, calling her the little girl is just so disrespectful to me. I do not like that. Call her baby girl or call her my bonus child. Like, you know, I know y'all don't know her name, but like calling her the little girl is just like, I just don't like that. Once we start blocking people who comment on stuff that if it's no update, it's no update. I haven't gave no update, but I'm gonna give y'all an update now. So mama is tired, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I'm not gonna fake it. I am very tired and I am very trained. My birthday is next week on February 28th. So, you know, I've been like, you know, lit, whatever. I've been trying to, you know, turn up, but I was drinking last night, having a couple drinks, whatever. And I went to bed at like 3 o'clock in the morning. And right when I laid down, you know, she comes knocking on my door, which, like I said, I always open my door for her now. She has a fever. She's very sick. She's been throwing up. And, you know, I asked her, like, you know, what's going on? What's wrong? You know, she like, my stomach hurt, you know, like, she's just really sick. So I'm like, is your mom upstairs? Her mom is upstairs. So I'm like, I'm finna take you to the ER. Like, I'm finna just take you to the hospital and maybe we can get you some help. So I goes upstairs just to ask her mom, like, is it okay if I even take her to the hospital? So I
Hold on,
told her
mama
I'm gonna
there?
ask her. I went up there with her. Her mom yells out, stop bringing people to my door. So for everybody that studies saying, talk to the mom, maybe she'll just, no, I'm not talking to, because I'm going to end up doing something to her. I'm not talking.
Do y'all remember the movie Precious? Do you remember the movie Precious? Have you seen it?
I remember it. I remember it, but I never watched it because I don't like, because I knew the storyline of it. Obviously, it was like a lot of people, you know, really like that movie, but I don't like anything with abuse or violence. It just makes me sad. I can't watch, but I know about that movie. Yeah, 100%.
Okay, so with that scene, well, what this young lady just said, that scene, if anybody in the chat remember it, it was a scene that was on there that the doorbell started ringing, and it was like a school caseworker or something like that. And you know, if she was from a program, she was for a program that was called Each One Teach One. And at that time Precious was pregnant, you know, and she was pregnant actually with her second child. So she wasn't able to stay in her school, you know, being pregnant with her second child, and they wanted to put her in an alternative school, you know. So her mom actually did the same thing, and she said pretty much the same thing. You got these, you know, she blamed her for actually, you know, for people, staff members or whatever coming to the home. And you know,
I remember that scene because I think I was watching like a talk show where the lady who played Precious or something, I forgot,
mhm,
Gabrielle, whatever her name was,
mhm.
and they showed that scene. So I vaguely remember that scene, what you're talking about.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
that brought me back to what she just said as far as how the mom reacted, as far as bringing anybody to her door or her home. You know, like, to me, it's like the nerve,
right.
the nerve.
Yeah.
Um, Now I did want to ask you this: are you familiar with the Gabrielle Fernandez trial?
I don't know. Maybe if you, I don't, it sounds familiar. Maybe if you tell me a little bit, I could remember because that name sounds very familiar.
Yeah, I think it was based off of Mexico or New Mexico or something like that.
Uh huh.
You know, it was really really a horrible case, and it was a case of CPS failing their baby so horribly. You
I
know,
think I remember. Oh, yeah.
to the point to
Oh,
where
God.
the police, he was in front of the police several times, you know, and they just like ignored everything,
Right.
you know? And it brings me back to that because that trial and that documentary, it haunted me for quite some time because I had so many questions. But you know, that'd probably be something else that I would actually do. But I'm gonna get back to this.
But wait, real quick. But did you
Mhm.
see my comment earlier that I mentioned that children of color or Hispanic, the
Yes.
system will fail them more than anything?
Yes.
And I'm not trying to
Yes. No, no,
sound
no, no,
racist
no.
against
I understand it.
Caucasians or anything.
No matter what, children of
Yeah,
color, period,
yeah,
still go through the most, and it's always
exactly.
ignored. It's
Mm-hmm.
always ignored.
And
But we gonna talk.
that's proven. It's obvious. Like it's so
Mm-hmm.
obvious. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it over here, and we
Okay.
gonna keep it cute about it over here.
Okay.
Okay, we ready to finish it off.
talking to her. But anywho, after I hear that, I'm still trying to ask her, is it okay if I take her to the hospital? She like, I don't give a
Now she on
so
dope.
I bring her to
Damn,
the
crazy
ER,
dope
y'all.
head
They didn't even want to take her
on that pod.
because I didn't
Gotta
have
be.
her insurance card or none of that. I give them her name. I tell they let her last name, her date of birth, all of that information. They don't even want to take her because they all about money, and that's fucked up. This baby got a fever, like, and then it's a kid. They didn't want to see her, so I said you could bill me the bill, bill it to me, like bill it to me. So we was in there for hours, y'all, and like I told y'all, I was tired.
This is why I stopped shopping on Amazon, and you should too. Don't spend another dime on Amazon.
Mama is so tired, y'all. And before I even went to bed, I let them play, I let them run around, I let them do whatever, like, and they be loud. And it'd be a little bit harder for me to take naps and stuff like that. So I'm just like so tired. Y'all, I told the doctors and the nurses and everybody what was going on. And they was just like, you call CPS, okay, that's good. Let's just wait and see what they do. And it's like nobody, like she just don't have a voice. Like it's so anyways, they asking her, I'm like, I feed her all the time. So like I said, I think she's eating like undone food or uncooked food because she go home and she try to cook stuff in the microwave and like she just got expired food in her house, or she probably ate some moldy bread or something trying to, I don't know what she got upstairs. I try not to send her upstairs with food, but it's like I'm probably finna have to start because she went 2 days without coming down here. I asked her why. She didn't tell me why. But like I said, she comes down every single night and she goes up there for bedtime when it's time for bed. Now, my kids, they done got caught trying to sneak her in after, and I told her, like, you have to listen to me. You have to, when I tell you you gotta go upstairs, you have to go upstairs. I'm not trying to torture you. I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm just, if I don't get permission from your mom for you to spend a night, you can't spend a night.
Yeah.
So
because they can say she
we
kidnapped
ended up coming back from the hospital. I'm not going to really go into all full details of what really happened at the hospital, but yeah, we come back, and she lays down. I'm tired. She lays down with me right up under me and just fall asleep. And baby, she
was
pooped
at
out
peace.
all of what was in her. Like she pooped it out. She just had really bad diarrhea. She is feeling a little bit better now, but she still kind of got like a little fever. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'm like really stressed. My birthday is next week. I was planning on going to New York, and I can't just have like my babysitter watch her too because they live somewhere else in a different city. So it's like it's gonna be hard. It's just too much, and I don't.
I cannot imagine, being in her position. Even though I had something similar to her position, but I cannot imagine being in her position just off the strength that this baby got sick, you know. And when it comes down to you actually taking someone else's child to the hospital, you don't have any information besides what the child tell you, you know.
That kind
And
of,
you,
that kind,
Mhm.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
That kind of, again, we're in different states, but I would think that as soon as a story like that would come in, especially at the hospital, that immediately the police would come and all that. Because I know here in California, when your kid goes to the hospital, say they broke their arm or their leg, a social worker always comes and asks them how they did it. Like, they're really strict here. And again, we're talking different states, but either like it that just lost me. And obviously I believe her. She has no reason to lie about that because she did take the child. But that's horrible that right then and there that the authorities didn't just swoop in right there.
Yeah, that's really disturbing you because she said that the nurses was telling her to actually call CPS and she told them the story, her story and everything. But my thing is like I'm out here in Illinois and when my deceased son he broke his arm, and he broke his arm by him climbing on the dumpster trash can, and got his arm caught in the arm part where the dumpster lift up the dump.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he got his arm caught into there, and his older cousin pulled it out instead of coming to get help. He pulled it out,
Oh.
and it broke his right arm. So of course I had to go to the hospital and everything, and they instantly had a social worker talking to me.
See, yeah, that's
You know,
exactly what they do here.
and they questioned my son constantly, and his story never changed. So it was just like it's crazy that you can actually take a child to a hospital that don't even belong to you, and you tell them a story like this, and the only thing that they could tell you is to call CPS.
And then worrying about the insurance or who's going to be billed. Like, oh my gosh, like that whatever their little system there is pretty messed up.
Yeah, it is. It really is. Yeah, that's sad. I'm gonna go ahead and finish it. We only have a little bit left.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't think that I'm gonna go and celebrate my birthday in New York because of this situation, which I'm not really mad about. Is I got more birthdays to come. I got other times to just go and have fun. But right now, I just want to make sure she's okay. Like if I'm out of town, I don't want her to, not have nothing to eat or, her mom doing something to her, and I'm just so far away, until CPS figure out whatever they doing. Like, yeah, it's a lot, and it's really taking a toll on me, honestly. But I got it. Oh my God, would y'all look at this? She said, can we focus on the child at hand? When I'm so lost, when did it become about your birthday? What? I be trying so hard not to address negativity and the trolls and weird comments, but this just irritated me because clearly you didn't watch the video. What are you talking about? I literally said in the video, since child protection ain't doing what they were supposed to do, I don't want to take my trip to New York because my babysitter will watch my kids for the weekend, and they'll be good. But I can't bring this baby to my babysitter house and be like, oh, watch her too, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that. So I will be stressed and worried while I'm in New York about this child that I know that be knocking on my door, that be hungry, knowing her mama neglect her. Like, it's just, bro, I'm just confused on, I'm trying not to get mad. I'm just confused on what you saying. Like, what do you mean? Like, what? When did it become about my birthday? You only get one.
I wanted to pause it right there because people on this internet, they just sometimes they just come in on certain stuff and don't even really, really follow the story. And then you come across people that they just heartless.
Yeah, and
They
that's
don't
such a that
think about
person
stuff.
that was like the dumbest comment. Like, and that girl, she has a right to feel like, she's human. She's taking care of her children, and it is her birthday or whatever. And like, so what she mentioned it, and of course she would want to do something, but she clearly stated that she wasn't because of this situation. There's nothing wrong with her expressing that. She's human. Like, come on.
Exactly. And not only that, this is not her responsibility, but
Exactly.
she made it her
Hmm.
responsibility. It's only so much a person can do.
Right.
Nobody know where her financial state was or anything. She has 3 children, I believe. And her daughter was 6 years old, at least 6 years old at this time. So it's just so baffling to me that people had the audacity to make comments like that.
The
Instead if
internet, the
Mhm.
internet gives people, gives them, I don't want to sound, it makes them feel entitled that they could say whatever. Like, they don't think, like they just have a pass to say the whatever and the dumbest things without thinking. And they're
Mhm.
obviously dumb to even say that. That made me mad too.
Yeah, like seriously, this woman has taken in, this baby girl and has done the best that she can do and over and beyond, in the most legal way possible.
Right. Because that's
Like,
another thing, the legality of it.
mm-hmm. Yeah, we almost done. Okay, y'all.
Well, at the end of the day, I'm still a person. You only get one birthday a year. So if someone wants to do
I don't
something
have.
for me, just little stuff. It's not like I said, oh my God, y'all fund me a trip to Dubai, whatever. Somebody said they're gonna give me a spa date. Why are you so mad? Why are you so
Tripping.
mad? Like, people weird as, like, oh my God. Like, this is a situation that's heavy on my heart. This is something that I'm actually living. This is a situation that I'm actually going through with this baby. Like, y'all just watching the videos, y'all hearing the story and y'all listening, and then you say something like that, like I'm just making all about my birthday. You haven't something, nothing. Send her a coat, send her a sock, since it's less focused on the child at hand. Send her
Yeah,
something. Because
straight
I do this
up.
shit by my mother self. And somebody said they want to give
Yeah.
me a spa day, and you talk about why is it about your birthday? Because my birthday is next week. Despite everything that's going on, yes, I still want to celebrate my birthday. Yes, I do. I'm not going out of town, but I do want to celebrate my birthday.
That's the end of that video, man. I'm gonna try to add some more, videos to it if there is more. And
So yes, y'all. That is it for that content.
I hope
It's
you
just it's.
you're
Mhm.
able to keep us updated on that. Because I know there's no more about it, because I went and looked on his page. I'm following him now. I think he's awesome, but hopefully
Yeah.
we could find out. Like, that's just sad.
Take your time.
I can't even see the chat. And, I'm not good on this internet stuff, so I'm scared to push anything that I'm unsure of because I do not want to disconnect. I pushed the button where it says chat, but I still don't see anything. Because I know
You don't want to push chat. Do you see anything that say comments?
comments, yeah. Is that what I
Yeah.
push?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was scared too. Oh, okay.
There you go.
There we go.
No, yeah, it's really a disturbing case. Um,
I'm definitely keeping that young lady and that child in prayer, 100%. And I know if we all do, the power of prayer is strong, and God will get her. Well, especially the child, but that girl too. She needs prayer for strength to get through this.
mhm, most definitely. So, I want to tell a story. It had to do with one of my kids.
Okay. I'm
Mm.
listening. I'm just going to mute because I'm going to go check on my granddaughter really quick. But I'm
Okay.
listening.
All right. Give me a sec, y'all. Okay, y'all, I'm back. But I wanted to share this story with y'all. That was similar to the story that we just got done hearing. Um, one of my children, I believe they were 16 at the time frame that this was going on. But their significant other basically lied to me, had a plot and plan, to get away from her family and everything else, and turn around and, give me this sob story about them getting kicked out and everything else. And mind you, she literally had just had a baby. So during this time, and I'm gonna keep it 100. It was my baby boy, you know. But anyways, mind you, she tried to say that her newborn baby, belonged to my son. So throughout the time frame that I was, that she was telling me all of this information and stuff like that about her life and what she was going through, I'm like, okay, well, let's get this DNA test done. I want to know. So then it got to a point to where, oh, she didn't have anywhere to go and things like that. Then she turned around and, now she's homeless. She's like literally homeless. I didn't know she was a runner at this time. I didn't know that she was actually in the system already at this time. I actually had sympathy for this young lady. Anyways, I allowed her to come into my home along with her baby, and I care for the baby, just as well as I would care for any baby. But then I started seeing certain things, that kind of triggered me and let me know that, it was not about the baby. It wasn't about her security. It was not about her having shelter or any of that. It was more so about her trying to have this connection and, just trying to stay focused on my son. So when I realized that, I started to look a little bit deeper into things. I started having talks with my son and everything, and at some point, a lot of things occurred in between, but I'm not going there with that. But at some point, I realized, and not only that I realized, I asked her. She had some mental issues going on with her. Her mom started to call my phone. Her mom came to my home, and I felt some type of way that I had to tell her mom that she was not here. I had to lie. I felt like I had to lie to her mom off the strength because this girl she was already under a DCFS case. She was already under CPS. And I did not know that. When I allowed her to come in my home, I did not know that she was already under a CPS case. So when I allowed her in my home, I spoke to the caseworker. The caseworker said, well, is it going to be okay for her to be here? You know, blah, blah, Skippy. I say, I don't know about this. I wasn't too sure because I didn't know the background or none of that. But at the end of the day, I said, yes, it's okay. I want to make sure her and her baby is okay. So they switched everything over to me. You know, I was responsible for her and her baby. You know what I mean? So I'm just going to skip over a few things and say after a week or two, she started showing a lot of signs of, mental issues. She was throwing temper tantrums. Like she was just wilding out. You know, she was doing a lot of things. Even to the point to where she started to neglect her baby. I wouldn't allow her to take the baby out when she kept trying to take the baby out. Because at the end of the day, she was not understanding that baby, no matter what you do, that newborn baby was under my care. You know, and it was confusing. It was hurtful. You know, I didn't know what type of family she was coming from. I'm confused as a parent, just off the strength that I'm trying to be there for my son and I'm trying to be there for this young lady with her newborn child, who was also a teenager, who was claiming that this child may be my son's child. So, of course, I started to get more intense about, the DNA test and everything else. I've already was ready. I'm ready to pay for everything. Like, it don't matter. I'm ready to pay for everything. I don't care. She's kept saying that she was willing to do it, but she wouldn't do it. You know, things started to get a little bit more intense. She started to attack my son and all kind of stuff. I had to let her go. She was neglecting her child. Like at that point, I had to contact that worker, that CPS worker, and let them know, like, no, she has to go. Long story short, come to find out, she was a runner. This is something that she had been doing for quite some time. Also, come to find out, the child was not my son's. Also come to find out that she was mentally disabled in a lot of different ways. She was supposed to be on medication and all kind of stuff. It's just like, when I heard this story that I just showed y'all tonight, you really have to be careful about who you allow in your home. And that's why people choose not to, like get into people's business and stuff like that. Because when it comes down to other people's kids, you really don't know the type of situation that you could be getting in, even though that child may come to you and say, oh, my mom is this, my mom is that, and they can give you any story that they want to give you. But at the same time, you really don't know, but at the end of the day, you just want to try to help that child because you don't want that on your conscience. It can actually be a good thing of you helping, another child or, just another mother's child. And maybe they could be going through what they're going through. Maybe things are the way that they say that they are. But sometimes it's not that.
Wow.
Sometimes things can really just be at a state to where, oh.
Yeah, that's why people
Man.
are
It's
scared
hard.
for different reasons. Yeah, to help.
It's really hard, to try to determine what's good and what's not. It's no different from you helping somebody in the street when they got a bucket out or whatever, and they turn around, they probably got more money than you. When you prefer to give your money to somebody else, they really need it. When you extend your hand to somebody and then you turn around, it kind of like backfire on you because you're not actually getting the actual truth, or you end up putting your family in danger. You know, it just you have to be skeptical about a whole lot of stuff. And this was a teenage girl that I was dealing with at that time. Like she was at my home for almost 2 months. Almost 2 months. I didn't experience this girl leaving her baby outside, her newborn baby outside in the rain. In the rain, in front of my house. And she walked off. He was in the car seat with the lid over. I brought come up in the house. He's soaking wet. She demanded that I sit up here and leave her baby alone. I said, baby, this baby is under my guardianship. So I don't know what you gonna do, but this baby is coming up in this house. You can call whoever you want to call, but this baby is coming in this house. Whatever you want to do with yourself, this baby is coming in this house. That's not gonna be on my conscience at all. It's just crazy. It's really crazy about you just never know the type of situations, that will come to you, and just come upon your life like that. And a lot of times you don't know, you don't be ready to deal with that type of stuff, and know how to handle those type of things. And that's why I wanted to bring this, to the forefront as far as with us, because I want us to be able to at least try to be ready, know what to do,
Yeah.
just talk
And
about it.
not judge.
Yes,
And
let's
not
talk.
judge.
Most definitely.
Well, I'm really sorry you went through that, Mel.
But you know what? As far as I'm concerned, and for anyone else concerned, that I know that she's doing okay. She ended up going back to her family. Her mom was able to get custody of her grandbaby. And hopefully everything has been working out just fine.
Yeah.
For their family and things like that. Like I said, the baby was not my son's. Um, she ended up finding out who her baby dad was. And with that situation, I just left it alone because at the end of the day, I just pray for the best for her and her family. And so far, so good. It has not been any issue, backlash, or any type of drama behind it, you know. But it's just the whole thing. It was definitely a learning situation for me. It was definitely a really big learning situation for my son as well. You know, it was hard, But who was that? Angie say, I thought Kansas 66 was going on the piano too. She is on the piano,
I'm
Angie.
on the piano, Angie.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, maybe because my name
Yes, you
is
haven't
my
changed your
government name
name.
instead of my YouTube name. Because I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure only you and a few other people know my government name,
Mm-hmm.
because I think it was you and either Blue or Miss Lisa are the
Yeah.
ones who suggested that I
Yeah, change
changed
your
my
name. Mm-hmm.
last year when the saga was really bad, and of course I never thought about that. And then when you guys told me you guys told me how to do it, and then
Yeah, yeah, that's her name. And sorry,
that's
you
my
ain't
name, Angie. You could call me Annette, of course. You guys are my friends and family. I love you guys.
know. Angie, like, what cancer? Lord have mercy. But yes, y'all, that's my little testimony as far as that particular situation. So, and not only that, like the biggest part about that was more so of CPS
Yeah,
gave me the opportunity
man.
to be that young lady's guardian. Just like that. So I know that woman over there, who video I just played, I know she was like, oh my God, like that's really a whole nother different type of responsibility. You know what I mean? And then this young lady, she was already a teenager that I had dealt with, but this is, another little young girl, which was 8 years old, besides her other three other kids. So it's just like no matter what, when that opportunity presents itself, it's like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, that's hard. And what gets me is, why do they take so long to figure it out? Like, there's a child's life. Like, what are they waiting for? Luckily, she's a nice person who I mean, I'm almost 99% sure that she's doing the right thing. Like, I do not get no bad feeling about her, because I feel like I would be able to see through that just because of my age and wisdom also. And I really see that she really does mean well and her heart is right. But what if somebody's heart wasn't right and they just wanted to get that child to abuse or do terrible things to, and the system is just taking their time? It's a human being, my goodness.
Because I'm telling you, as far as with Illinois, it's more so it's like the young lady who I had dealt with, she was her grandmother was responsible for her. But the thing is, as far as with the grandmother, her mother was not supposed to be around at all, but the grandmother was allowing her mother to come around.
Mm.
So, it was a case to where the mother was actually, she had say so in a lot of different things. And the caseworker was pretty much like, look, if you're willing to take on the responsibility, we can make this easy and short.
They don't even do background checks before you do that?
They got my information, but as far as a background check, I don't know.
They
But
didn't do, yeah, because if you would have did a background check, you would have had a good like 2, because I know I've for my job, I had to do 2 intense background checks, and one of them I had to go to the one of the government buildings and one to the sheriff's department. Like, it's really strict. So I would think before they would allow somebody to take somebody's child, you would think the Uber drivers. My husband's an Uber driver. He had to do a background check.
yeah.
Oh my God, that this system is really messed up.
Yeah, I mean, they may have done a background check, but I don't have a
They
background.
didn't do they just did a basic one, because believe me, if it's the intense one,
Hmm.
that's when they do your fingerprints on both hands. Because I've had those both
No, I
done.
have not did that. I didn't do
Wow,
that at all.
that's unbelievable. Wow.
But I don't have, even if they did check my background,
Yeah, I
I
mean,
don't have a background.
yeah, but I know I get that. Like, obviously you did the right thing, but it's just the fact that a
And the fact,
child's life,
hmm
like, come on, that's crazy.
yeah, like literally, if you are willing to go ahead and take on the responsibility, and if you already have been taking on the responsibility, they're gonna, practically just hand it to you.
And you know what? You think the people who do human trafficking and kidnap children and use them for horrible things, you think they don't know the way the laws are, and they could slip, they could fool the system and pretend they're taking in a child in a good way? They
Mhm.
know. They know.
Yeah, they know.
Man, that and they wonder why the situation is worse than it is.
Yeah, but they don't care,
Man,
sis. They don't care.
they don't care about our brown children that have darker melanin in them or whatever.
hmm And it's really sad. I don't know how much time you might have on your
Yeah.
hands tonight, but
Well, yeah, I could stay on for a little bit more because I'm gonna have to put my granddaughter's Easter basket together and all that. But I just wanted to share. Remember, I think it was maybe last week or the week before when we were talking about the issue with my mom. I kind of opened up and shared that with you guys. I know Miss Lynn still in here?
Miss Lynn,
I think Miss Lynn was here. It was Miss Lynn, Miss Sexy Ray.
are y'all
For
still
sure,
in the
Miss Sexy
chat?
Ray and Ro. And of course you. But I could still I would like to share it. I was gonna call you and tell you about it. So can I tell you right now?
Sure.
Okay. So real quick, I shared a couple of weeks, about a week and a half ago, I shared with I shared my story of, not a story, I shared a situation with my mom who
Yes.
has been out of my life for, well, since I was a child, but I hadn't seen her for like, I think over 10 years. Yeah,
Right.
I think something like that. So um Mel and Ro and Miss Sexy Ray has suggested that about doing a wellness check to make sure she's okay and all that. And I shared with them I don't even know if she was still living or anything like that. So I told my daughter about it, and my daughter just has the biggest heart. Like, she's always trying to save somebody. Like, she's always trying to save everybody, make things right, figure out things. Like, she's just so wonderful. And so I told her, the suggestion you guys made. So of course, right away my daughter's like, okay, we're gonna call, we're gonna call. And I kept on putting her off. So on Friday, which was, no, no, it was Thursday, because it wasn't yesterday, it was Thursday. So my daughter looked up the address for my mom. There's a website where you could put in somebody's name and they'll give you their, if you know their name and their state and their most recent address, they could track them for you. It was so easy. So
Mhm.
she found a recent address, like it was just from a couple of months ago, and she goes, "Okay, It's in Scottsdale, Arizona." So she called the police station, and this all happened like within 15 minutes. She briefly told him, yes, my mom is really trying to check on her mom and make sure she's okay. We tried to get a hold of them. They blocked us. And, she explained that my mom is obviously elderly because I'm old too.
Mhm.
And she had medical issues. And so within 15 minutes, like when we were on the phone, they're like, okay, well, we found her address, and it was the same one my daughter found. And they're like, the officers are on the way. They did a wellness check. So then they told us, we'll call you back in within 10 or 15 minutes to let you know how everything went. So they called us back, and they said that, yeah, we found your mom and she's okay. And she said that you guys have always known how to get a hold of her. And I don't know, like, it almost felt like they probably believed my mom, because they're like, well, you didn't really know her phone number or address, but we did, though. I wasn't going to argue with them. And they're
Right.
like, well, you could just call her and da da da, whatever. So right there, I already knew, like, okay, this isn't gonna be a happily ever after, story or whatever. And I kind of didn't want to do it. My daughter's like, Mom, just let me call or whatever. And I go, no, no, we'll do it tomorrow. She goes, you're gonna keep on putting it off. And so I go, fine, Mariah, do it then. And then so she called, and they denied her call, but they had just told the police officer with it like 10 or 15 minutes before that, oh yeah, she could call us, we'd like to talk to her. And so they blocked my daughter's call, and then So my daughter ended up texting them that evening and just said, my daughter's name is Mariah. She goes, "This is Mariah. I just want to see how my grandma's doing." And they ignore her call. And then I think it was yesterday, they're like, "Oh, well, we're fine. You're the one who stopped trying to." They're acting like it's my mom, but I know it's not my mom. I know it's her husband.
Mm-hmm.
She's saying like, "Oh, I'm fine, but you guys are the ones who didn't want to talk to me." And of course, this was like 10 years ago. The last time I talked to her, my daughter was only like 11 or 12, and my daughter didn't really remember. She goes, "Well, Mom, what happened?" I go, "No, they're the ones who blocked us." Because even back then, it was always my daughter trying to figure out a way to get a hold of her, make sure she was okay. And then so my daughter, she just said, "No, we just want to talk to you and make sure you're okay." And then they didn't respond. And then just like a couple of hours ago, my daughter called me, and she was a little upset, kind of mad, kind of. And she said, "Mom, I just got a text, and I know it's not Grandma. I know it's her husband." And they're like, he said something like, "Oh, well, you guys have never tried to get in touch with us. And the only time you did is when you needed money," which that is 100% not true, because my mom does not have money. I never needed money from her. But, and they said, and then my daughter, because I shared with you that both my sister had passed away. My brother was the last
Mm-hmm.
one who passed away. It was 2 years ago. And she goes, don't you even care that your son passed away? You never responded." And they go, "Oh, the only time you get a hold of us is if it's bad news." I'm like, "What?" Like, and they're like, "We're believers. We serve God, and we know everybody's in a better place out of this horrible world." And I just told my daughter, because that really it made my daughter feel really bad. And my daughter, I said, "Mariah, just don't respond, don't text. I know your heart is in the right place." When we try to find out about her, our heart was in the right place. We didn't go with no bad intentions. God knows our heart. We meant well, and God knows, which I do 100%. Like, I don't even have a doubt about that. But you can't force somebody who doesn't want to have a relationship with you, even if it's your mother, too,
Right.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it was a little disappointing, but I think throughout the years, and maybe this is why my emotions are really shut down, and it may be because of with the issues I shared with you with my husband, is because I really like shut things out of my life to protect my feelings. And I care and I love and I worry, but I do like hide my emotions a lot. And but I'm not going to say I don't feel like heartbroken or anything. I feel a little sad, but and I told my daughter, no matter what, even if she still showed up at my doorstep or she needed me, I would be there, because the Bible says, "Honor your mother and father, and your days shall be long, extended or made longer." And no matter what she did, I would never turn my back on her. So
Mm.
it is what it is. So I tried, and I appreciate you guys giving me the courage to even do the wellness check. So at least I have a peace of mind knowing she's alive. It
Yes.
seems like she's okay, and that's all I could do.
Yes. Yes.
So that's what I wanted to share with you about that, because you guys really gave me the courage to do that.
At the end of the day, sus, you made it this far,
Right.
and you
And
gonna keep going.
yeah. And like I said, I don't want to sound like I don't care, but I really don't feel like heartbroken or whatever, because she's always let us down, no matter what, no matter my age. I'm still a child who always needed her mom, who was never there. But it is what it is, and I think that's why I love my kids so hard, and I could not imagine
And you keep
like
doing, keep doing
oh
what you do,
yeah.
and keep loving on them babies.
Yeah, and I love my grandkids and all that, and I
Yes,
just can't imagine not knowing or caring and going for years without knowing how they are. Like I can't go a day.
absolutely.
So, so my mom has that's I don't know. I don't even want to wish nothing bad or say, oh, she has to answer to God. Like I pray that God will open her heart, but there's nothing I could do about it. But I just wanted to share that with you guys.
Well, you have an answer.
Right, exactly.
No
So
matter
true.
what, you have an answer. It may not be everything, but you have
Right,
an answer. She is okay.
right.
She is alive.
And that was a fear because I didn't know how I would handle it if I knew she passed away or whatever. That would have been really hard. And so
Yeah.
at least I know she's at this time and point, she's okay. So I just don't want, I just have to explain to my daughter because my daughter, like, she has the biggest heart and she just doesn't understand that no, everybody doesn't love the way she does. And she doesn't get it. Like, in her mind, it's still like everything should have a happily ever after ending.
Well, she gets a heart from you, that's for sure.
So I just want, honestly, I get more concerned about her feelings than anybody's because she's never had grandparents. She
Yeah.
had my husband's parents, which his mother who passed away, but when my daughter was born, she was already she was in an accident many years ago, and so she wasn't like she didn't know who we were or anything. So my daughter never had a grandparent relationship, and I
Hmm.
think maybe that's what my daughter was hoping for.
That's all right.
But she has my love, so
Yes, most
yeah.
definitely.
Anyways, well,
Not serious
I'm
way.
gonna go because I need to make my granddaughter's Easter basket because I don't want to wake up at 5 or 6 in the morning trying to do it really quick.
I know, right?
Yeah,
God work in mysterious ways.
he does. And he brings people together for reasons.
Yes, most definitely. At some point, no matter if things did not turn out exactly the way that you wanted it to turn out, or would have liked it to turn out, even for your daughter, no matter what, you all know that she's okay.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And again, like I know her heart and my heart had good intentions and were sincere about checking into her. There was no all like no motive or nothing sneaky. So in my heart, I feel good about that because I know I did it with a good heart and I really did care
Exactly.
and I still do. And I will continue to pray for her like I always do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm going to be within that prayer as well with you.
I thank you.
I love you so much, and I
Love
really
you too.
appreciate your support. I appreciate your friendship. I appreciate your kindness. Everything. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too. Thank
Thank,
you, Miss Angie. I see your comment.
thank you so much. You are such an adorable person, and do not let anybody turn you astray.
Mm-mm. No way. I've got too far in my life. Like God has got me through so much that like yeah. No, I just like yeah. One day I'll share more with you guys.
Yes, ma'am. But I'm gonna go ahead and let you go ahead and get to the grand
Okay, guys.
duties.
Good night to everybody who's still here. I love you guys and you're in my prayers and um maybe I'm sure I'm gonna get on YouTube tomorrow. I don't care if it's Easter or not. I'll see you guys around.
I probably don't get on YouTube tomorrow.
Okay, well you enjoy your day then.
I'll
I
probably
love you guys.
sit back and relax.
Okay. See you guys later. God bless. I love you guys.
Love
Bye.
you. Good
Bye.
night. I love y'all. Y'all know I'm about to get ready and end this live. And you still woke, boo. I haven't even got into your message yet. I'm looking now. Child, y'all better stop playing with my sister with these nails. Stop playing with her. Period. Stop playing with her. And you gonna knock somebody's ass out, girl. And I shouldn't even be cussing like that. But you gonna knock somebody out. You got them fat ass hands just like I do. Y'all don't mad me. I promise you I'm still getting over the flu. But you got them fat ass hands just like I do, Chad. The fat hand ass. You gonna knock somebody out, baby. I love them nails though, boo. You did your thing. Your hands ain't got nothing to do with no weights. Nah, baby, that's genetic. That is genetic, baby. Cause my shit is genetic. I just got fat ass hands. It's all good. I love y'all so much. I hope y'all enjoyed the content. Like real talk, man. I hope everything like within this sector that everybody will be able to, just get through all the drama and be able to move forward. And man, it could just be what it is and what it's supposed to be. Like everybody just do what the hell they need to do at the end of the day without so much turmoil, because we really got a lot of stuff going on with that within this world. Y'all, I didn't get past the whole coughing stage. I realized I did have the flu like for the past couple of days. But now my nose just be running and shit. But anyway, as long as everybody just stay focused and concentrate on what they need to do and what they intend on doing when they got to do with their page and stuff like that, like everything will be great. Just forget all about what the hell is really going on up in these YouTube streets. Get up out of these YouTube streets, stand on that sidewalk, get your own spot, and stand alone. Ain't no one standing alone at all, period. She said, thanks to Ashley, look big because the close up. I haven't really been on YouTube much. I still have a touch of a cold. So, yes, girl. It's coming. It's going away little by little, but everything else, you know what I mean? It's all good. So now I'm just at a point to where I just got a runny ass nose, and it's just so damn annoying. I gotta keep some damn tissue or something with me because it just be coming up out of the blue. But at first, it started out with me just coughing and doing a whole doggone much, doing too much. But at the end of the day, it's all good, y'all. I love y'all to death. Y'all already know. It's Keep It Cute gang over here. And we always gonna turn up and we always gonna bring that good content over here. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing but love for every single body that come up in here. The chat, all content creators, everything else. I got love for everybody. It's gang up in here. Keep It Cute gang up in here. Hey, I'm out. Love y'all.